Good morning, welcome to a new market update. Today we're discussing Bitcoin and Ethereum in this small market update in the morning. Later today I'll be discussing Cardano once again as it has seen a slight correction and it might be on the first real entry zone. But before that, do not forget to subscribe beneath, like the YouTube update and check out the website in the description beneath where you can trade alongside me. Also, do not forget to check out my Instagram and Twitter where I'm also making daily content. Let's look at the charts at this point in which we can see that Bitcoin is slightly bouncing back up, right? So what we do know from the higher time frames, and I've got a clean chart here, is that we've got resistance at 51k. That entire region still didn't crack. And if we want to really become bullish, Bitcoin has to break above this level in order to continue the momentum, right? So if you really want to become bullish on Bitcoin, that is the area that we have to crack. If it breaks, the gap towards 58k is quite fast, or at least that's going to be a short squeeze quite fast. Right now the discussion becomes, is this a bear market relief rally, or are we just seeing a healthy correction? Well, nobody knows. But given the inflationary concept that the market or every market has right now, I think it's just a very healthy corrective move that we're seeing here. What are the levels that we're watching based on the daily time frame for support? That is this entire region that we have here, which is around 44k. Oh, I have to use the other one. Thank you. This is the entire region that could be the range low for further perspective. So we could be seeing a bounce back up, another rejection, support, and then we just continue moving sideways. I've shared that scenario earlier on Twitter and also earlier on the YouTube update, so do not forget to check that. Another important level is around 40.6, and finally you clearly do not want to break below this entire higher low here, which is the area around 38k. These are the regions. If 38k is lost, this level is lost, I'm assuming we're going to test the low here around 28k. So anywhere in this range, if Bitcoin is going to make a higher low there, that would be great. The best opportunity would be if 44k sustains as support. If that is going to grant us support, then we can conclude that we might be getting a further big move to the upside and the super cycle will be lasting quite nicely then. When we're looking at the lower time frame, I'll just zoom in a little bit and I'll erase the 51k level that we have here. The conclusion is still that we do have those lower highs. We also have lower lows, very familiar to the structure that we have witnessed previously in the previous correction in August, right? Lower high, lower high, lower lows, lower high, and another rejection after which a slight higher low occurred, breakout to the upside. So in this structure, we do see that we are holding previous high. So support, resistance, resistance, support. However, if this level is lost, as clearly stated yesterday, I'm assuming we're going to test around 44k next, as that is the next level of support. What we also know is that we've got to clearly break through this breaker here. This is the crucial area that we have to break through. And in the example on the left, we know that we flip the level, clearly break through it in a very fast manner. So this slight block we had to break through, consolidation, breakout, flip and continuation. In this case, it might be a little bit more complex to break through that resistance zone, as we also have this previous support here lying, where we have to break through. So as a matter of fact, I preferably want to see something like this, rather than breaking up, rejecting here, slightly hanging around on this level and then breaking back south. That could be an opportunity for a short. Overall, this region is shorting opportunities at this point. But if we do break through this red level, I think we're going to take the liquidity around the highs. So right now we do see some bounces. We also see some bounces on altcoins, but it doesn't really open the gates for any heavy longs yet, given the fact that we might be reversing here and given the fact that we might be getting this bearish divergence on the higher time frame playing out. So the level that we have to break through with Bitcoin at this point is this region around 48.2 and then next this red zone around 49k. Those two have to break. Until then, I'm not really bullish, and I clearly stated that yesterday. This region is potentially a shorting opportunity if you want to go for it. The long opportunity is when we reject here, come back down for support, bounce back up and make a higher low. That is a long opportunity or a long trigger. Second long trigger is when we get towards 44k. That is an opportunity where I'm definitely going to start looking for some slight add-ons for my swing trades. But overall, this range is what I'm looking at for trading opportunities, short, long, long. When we're looking at Ethereum at this case, Ethereum is also showing a potential fact of a breakdown. However, we also know that we've got a bearish divergence here. We've got a hidden bullish divergence here. We don't know which one is going to play out, but we do know that also Ethereum is acting inside resistance. The downside support for Ethereum is the level that we have around 2900 here. I really think they switched the buttons here. Otherwise, I'm not clicking it too many times wrong. It's just, well, whatever. So this is the range low here, and if that is lost, clearly we don't have much more than the 26 range to look for at this point. So these two support zones are the ones that we're looking at with Ethereum. And as you know, everything is following suit of Bitcoin. Ethereum has the same picture. So we do have those lower highs and lower lows. We do have this deviation here above the recent high. And we do know that we have to crack this resistance zone in order to become bullish again. Overall, the structure looks way better than Bitcoin at this point. I think Bitcoin looks a little bit worse than Ethereum. And I think that the chances of Ethereum cracking this resistance is significantly higher than Bitcoin doing it. There's just one resistance for Ethereum to break through. If it does, this flip is going to trigger continuation to the upside. And then if Ethereum breaks further up, the next real resistance zone can be found around 3.9k. Ethereum against Bitcoin at this point, still acting at support. I'm not seeing any continuation yet on the support level here, but we are on support, meaning that we can have a long trigger here. If this support holds, another retest around this range resistance could be, or this resistance here. If support is lost, I'd be looking at 0.6 next. Finally, Avax against USDT. We've mentioned it yesterday. Support was found. We were still acting at support here. We've bounced back up. The play could be that we're going to see a run all the way towards 50 to 53 bucks as the next resistance zone, giving us a nice trade of about 20% as clearly stated yesterday. And right now we do have a beautiful bounce back up, meaning that we can see some more continuation to the upside before we might be getting downwards again. Bullishness continuation if we crack this entire region around 50 bucks. If this doesn't happen, I'd be looking at 35, 30 or 24 for any swing longs to enter on Avax. Invalidation clearly above 51. So I hope you have enjoyed this update. I'll be back tomorrow and later today with fresh new updates. Don't forget to subscribe and like the YouTube update. See you again soon.